With OG Fortnite officially coming to an end in just a few days and Chapter 5 Season 1 being launched, I wanted to talk about, in my opinion, the top 5 things that I believe Epic Games needs to do in Chapter 5. And like it's like a combination of the things that Epic Games needs to do plus mostly what I would love to see. So I would love for you to hear me out, and I was thinking about making another video of the things like everything objectively Epic Games should do in Fortnite Chapter 5, but I wanted to start out with this. I wanted to start out with the 5 things that I want to see the most, and honestly, I think it would benefit the game for everybody. So hear me out. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below afterwards. We're going to get into that in just a second. Before we do, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's get started. So guys, I'm going to go from 5 to 1, from least important to most important. I'm going to start out with number 5, and that being Epic Games needs to have a balance on what they work on. And the reason that this is the least important, but yet it's still very important, something that I still want to see, is because while we have seen Epic Games have a really, like, over time, after the launch of Creative 2.0 everything, they have really been working on everything very nicely, okay? It's been a nice pace, so they need to make sure that they don't get overly caught up in something like the Lego update, right? Maybe the open world with Lego is a smashing hit. Don't just put all of your direction or focus everything onto that. I'd understand if they do, but at the same time, they need to make sure that everything remains healthy. Once you have a happy player base, once you have a bunch of casual players playing, no matter what it is, you can bring people in from kind of any realm, whether it's racing, whether it's battle royale, whether it's creative. You just have to make sure that nothing really suffers. And that's very important in my opinion. Nothing can suffer because you're working on something. Look how upset the Save the World community is. And look, when you work on Save the World, when you have all these players playing, Save the World is thriving at the moment, okay? You just can't let anything slip. You can't let the storyline people be upset about the storyline not being there. You can't let the creative community be upset that Discovery is still really, really tough to find some maps that you want to play. They need to make sure that, again, they have a balance on what they're working on. They need to have the proper teams, everybody dedicated to their own thing. Everything needs to work out, needs to thrive, especially because they're expanding Fortnite to become this metaverse type thing. They need to absolutely nail that. Now, it's important to note that these are all stuff that I would like to see. There are stuff that Epic Games could objectively do that are more important than this. And the reason for saying this again and me reminding you is that number 4 is Epic Games needs to tell the story how they used to. I will always point it back, and I'm not going to give you a lecture about it, okay? I've done it too many times on the channel. Something along the lines of Chapter 2, Season 2. You can't have the story all over the place. You can't have all these factions working together, then all of a sudden... I don't know if my mic picked up that car rolling around, but I'm going to keep talking. You can't have Epic Games just have all these factions here, and, oh, everything's okay, don't worry about it, you know what I mean? They need to make sure that there's payoff to the storyline. They need to have a core story with a bunch of side stories. They need to tell the story through little fun things, like a little bit of a secret on the map here, or at least, at the very least, be consistent. I'm confident that Epic Games will have a good handle on this, especially with Charlie when taking over, but they can't let the storyline slip. There was so much potential for the storyline with Kato Thorn, with the Rift Warden Stellan. There was so much to really look forward to. The apparatus. Everything. There was so much potential with the Chapter 4 storyline, but it really, really suffered. And that's coming from somebody who is a huge storyline nerd. I love talking about the Fortnite storyline. It's one of my favorite things about the story. I still think that they should tell the story through loading screens, but that's just me. I guess that's too hard to ask. That's too much to ask for. But they need to get back to telling the story how they used to. It needs to be consistent. There needs to be updates, but I would imagine everything will be okay with Charlie when taking over. But guys, the number 3 thing that I believe Epic Games should do, or the thing that I want to see most in Chapter 5, is for Epic Games to have more fun weapons, I guess you could say. But I always describe it as like Fortnite-y weapons. And we've really been reminded of this in this OG season, because I didn't realize how much I missed things like the ballers, hoverboards more specifically. I missed the hoverboards so much and I didn't even know about it. I missed shockwaves, impulses, the grapplers, junk rifts, storm flips, all these Fortnite-y items, I like to say, these gimmicky items. Epic Games has really gotten away from it, and I've always said, guys, separate the loot pool from ranked and pubs, because in pubs, you could have no problem adding things like the Falcon Scout, the Grabitron, Chimera's Ray Gun, All these guns like the inflatable, items like that really capture the unique aspect of Fortnite. We need more items that you can't find in any other games. I don't need the 10th AR. Cycle through them. You can still add new weapons like that. That's totally okay. I'd be happy to see them. But I want to see more fun things like the Dragon's Breath shotgun. I want to see things like I mentioned, the Falcon Scout. I have never had more fun playing this game than when I was playing with the Gravitron and the Falcon Scout. The Falcon Scout carried it for me. The Shockwave Hammer. There are so many items that really take Fortnite to that next level when you're playing the game, in my opinion. Epic Games really needs to get back to that. I don't want another loot pool of something that I believe should be ranked. If you separate the loot pools, then I would go and play ranked. I enjoy playing a competitive game. But I enjoy Fortnite so much more when they have those weird, wacky items in the loot pool. Things like the boogie bombs, shopping carts, you know? They really need to get back to that. But guys, there are two more things that, in my opinion, I want Epic Games to do more than anything. The first one being LTMs. You might think that would be number one, but it's not. I want LTMs back. I want imposters. I want Floor's Lava. I want Air Royale. Epic Games has so many of these modes in their back pocket that could make the Fortnite experience even greater, and I understand why they don't bring it back. They want to push Unreal Engine Fortnite. They want to push all these modes, but what have we learned? I don't care how well Unreal Engine Fortnite develops. I don't care about any of that. I fully expect it to be amazing. I fully expect it to be one of the greatest things in gaming. But that doesn't mean they're ever going to capture the magic that Epic Games and their LTMs can. Where you take the Battle Royale game as it exists, and you have a little bit of a spin on it. And create new LTMs, by the way, man. The Operation game modes, the Marvel game modes. You're not going to be able to do that in Unreal Engine Fortnite. I'd be shocked if you did. The Thanos game mode, even if you don't want to bring those back. What happened to things like Bodyguard? Bodyguard was literally some of the most fun I've ever had playing this game. Did I mention imposters? Some of the most fun and magical moments that you take from Fortnite have come from LTMs. They need to bring them back, and I do not think that Epic Games having a rotation of LTMs that you see every once in a while, you can bring 2 back a month. I don't care. Have some that's just not solid gold squads. I want something fun. I want something unique. I want something different. Hi. My puppy just came to see me there, and now she's behind me on the webcam. She's going to throw her toy around or something. I don't really know. Regardless, my apologies for the couple interruptions we've had, guys. Anyways, there is no reason to not bring back LTMs. I understand the point. I get it, okay? 100%. I understand. It can't hurt. It can't possibly hurt. People are still going to enjoy these experiences. People are still going to play creative. Having a couple LTMs there will not hurt the game. It will do nothing but improve the game. Even if you decide not to make brand new ones, it's very important in my opinion. The player base loves it. There's nothing to it. There's no downside to it. None. Zero. There's no reasons why LTM should be back. It is some of the most fun that everybody, not just myself, has had in Fortnite. I think bringing back LTMs is the second most important thing, in my opinion, and / my wish list that Epic Games needs to do. Before we get to number one, I have a little bit of an honorable mention. Epic Games needs to improve fishing again. I want to fish. I want to have the Midas Flopper. I want to continue my hunt for the mythic goldfish. Literally in Chapter 2, I fished every single game because I wanted to find that mythic goldfish, and they took it out. What is the harm in having that 1 in a million chance there? To have people on that mission, and to have when someone finally gets it, to find a mythic goldfish in game, to see that clip every once in a blue moon go viral. Somebody caught the mythic goldfish. There is absolutely no reason, even more so than the LTMs, there is absolutely no reason why the mythic goldfish should not be in the loot pool. And even that, Epic Games needs to fix fishing. Keep the rift fish. I don't want to just catch floppers and shield fish. I want rift fish. I want the thermal fish. I want the hop rock floppers, or whatever they were called. Fishing was a perfect way to add to the game without just damaging the loot pool. They need to fix that again, okay? They need to make fishing great again, and I cannot see the reason to not have the mythic goldfish there. Bring back the harpoon gun while you're at it. Bring back the pro fishing rod. Where's the fish collection book? But fishing wasn't on my list. It's an honorable mention. To be honest with you, I almost put that at number 1, guys. But number 1, after some huge thoughts, after a long time thinking it, the number 1 thing I want to see most in Chapter 5, and this is something that we know Epic Games is capable of doing, I want proximity chat. I want a game mode with proximity chat, or to have a season like Zero Build where you just add proximity chat. You can get around the age rating thing. Epic Games is now in a whole drama and this entire situation with age rating. They can have it so the people who get butthurt or people who are under a certain age, let's say it's 13, they can check it off. They're unable to play proximity mode. Whatever it is, they can get around it. It's okay. And just for a couple people who get their feelings hurt, no big deal. I don't believe that we should get rid of it. And I still think that maybe imposters... Did they get rid of it for that reason? Did they get rid of it because people were getting their feelings hurt? I don't know, because there was quite a bit of toxicity when it comes to proximity chat. But at the same time, that was just few and far in between, in my opinion. So what? You get somebody who's just an idiot. You have the voice chat reporting now. If somebody's really that bad, if somebody's really saying these horrible things, I'm not condoning it. You have the advanced reporting now with the recording of their voice. Get them banned. Who cares? Whether you agree with that or not, the things are in place for Epic Games to introduce proximity chat in this game. I always thought that the imposter's voice mode was a test to bring proximity chat to Fortnite, because the clips and the content you could get out of proximity chat, the fun that could be had, is literally endless. Literally, there will always be different experiences. It will never get tired. It is the entire reason why I play Warzone. The content will never fail with this. The fun times will never fail with this. You want to bring back that magic of Fortnite, of people enjoying their games and having those run-ins with people, like you just have to communicate through dancing where it's like, don't kill me. Now you can bring that voice to that. You will bring back all of those fun moments, 100%. The downsides, I get it, but Epic Games has the tools in place to prevent this from happening. The people who can get their feelings hurt can have their feelings hurt in the regular Battle Royale game mode. Don't play proximity chat. Why would we not have it for everybody else? The proximity chat and imposters was some of the most fun that I've ever had playing in Fortnite. Bring that to Battle Royale, and you have the perfect game. Epic Games has the things in place right now with the age ratings and the reporting where they can do this, and we already know that they have a perfectly functioning proximity chat mechanic. Built into Fortnite, they perfected it. When I played it in Imposters, it was better functioning than any game that I have ever played with proximity chat, and it wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. I've been saying forever since I started playing this game that proximity chat would improve the game, and I will die on that hill. It's something that everybody wants to see. For the few people who don't want to see it, for the few people who are worried about the toxicity, I already mentioned we can take care of that. And if you really are butthurt by it, you can go play your Battle Royale. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not saying you have to play it. That's okay. But that, in my opinion, is the most important thing that I think Epic Games needs to do in Chapter 5. These were all a little bit of my opinion mixed in with things that I actually believe that Epic Games needs to do. That was my top 5 list with an honorable mention of fishing. To be honest with you, I almost put fishing at number 1. You could call it 1.5. But guys, thank you so much for listening. I would love to hear you in the comments. What, in your opinion, do you have 5 things that you would like to see? Drop me a list down below. I would absolutely love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. On the screen right now, if you'd like to continue watching the Clen channel, there'll be 2 videos on screen for you to check out. 3 videos, I lied. The one closest to me, YouTube thinks you like the best. Above that is the rising difficulties of living and dating as a gamer, and below that is the complete guide to fixing Fortnite. Check out any one of the videos, guys. I will see you either there or in the next video. Take care.